Have you ever walked out of a conversation feeling small? Like you lost, but you don't even know how it happened? Maybe you said the right words. Maybe you were even right. But somehow the other person walked away looking strong, and you walked away feeling weak. Here is the truth. Winning a conversation has almost nothing to do with being the loudest voice in the room. It is not about arguing harder or knowing more facts. It is about psychology. It is about understanding how the human mind works in the middle of a talk. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you 5 simple psychological tricks. These are used by top negotiators and confident leaders, people who always get their way without ever raising their voice. Trick number 4 is the one most people never notice, but it is the most powerful one on this list. So stay with me till the end. Trick 1. Silence. Let's start with the first trick. Silence. Most people are afraid of silence. The moment there is a pause, they rush to fill it. They explain more. They apologize. They add extra words that were not even needed. But silence is not weakness. Silence is power. When you say something important and then stop talking, the other person's brain starts working. They feel the pressure to respond and start thinking about your words instead of planning their next attack. Confident people use pauses on purpose. Next time you make a strong point, do not rush to add more. Just stop, let it breathe. You will feel uncomfortable at first, but that discomfort is where your power lives. Trick 2. Listening. Now here comes the second trick, and this one changes everything. Listening. This sounds simple, but almost nobody does it. Most people, while the other person is talking, are not really listening. They are just waiting for their turn to speak. But real listening is different. It means you focus fully on what the other person is saying, without planning your answer at the same time. You notice their tone, their choice of words, their hidden emotion. And when you repeat a small part of what they said back to them, something amazing happens. Their brain feels understood. And a person who feels understood becomes much easier to convince. Try this. Next time someone shares a concern, say, "So what you were saying is," and repeat their main point in your own words. Watch how their whole body relaxes. This single habit can turn a tense conversation into a calm one within seconds. Trick 3. Framing. All right, we are moving fast, but stay with me. Because the next part is where most people lose every single conversation without realizing it. The third trick is framing. Here is something important. In every conversation, there is not just one truth. There are different ways to present the same idea, and the way you frame your words decides how the other person feels about them. For example, saying "you are wrong" instantly puts the other person in defense mode. But saying "I see it a little differently, let me explain why" keeps the door open. Same disagreement, completely different result. Winning a conversation is not about proving the other person wrong. It is about guiding them toward your point of view without making them feel attacked. When people feel attacked, they defend their position even harder, even if deep down they know they are wrong. But when they feel respected, their mind opens. Trick 4. Tonality over words. Now, trick number 4. The one I promised you. This is the psychological secret that separates people who are simply smart from people who are truly persuasive. It is called tonality over words. Studies on communication show something surprising. The actual words you say matter far less than how you say them. Your tone, your pace, your voice, these carry more weight than the sentence itself. A calm, steady voice signals confidence. A shaky, rushed voice signals fear, even if your argument is perfect. This is why 2 people can say the exact same sentence, and one sounds convincing while the other sounds weak. It is not the words. It is the delivery, so here is what you do. Slow down when you speak. Lower your voice slightly instead of raising it. When you feel the urge to talk faster because you are nervous, do the opposite. Speak slower. This single shift in tone can make people trust you more, even before they fully understand your point. Trick 5. Protecting the ego. We are almost at the end. But do not go anywhere because the final trick ties everything together, and it might be the most human one of all. The 5th trick is protecting the other person's ego. No matter how right you are, if you make someone feel humiliated, you have already lost. Even if you win the argument on paper. People do not remember who was correct. They remember how you made them feel. So instead of crushing the other person's point, give them a way to save face. Say something like, "I understand why you thought that. It makes sense from that angle." This does not mean you are weak. It means you know that respect creates cooperation and humiliation creates enemies. The people who win every conversation are not the ones who leave the other person feeling defeated. They're the ones who leave the other person feeling heard, respected, and still in control of their own dignity, while quietly guiding the outcome in their favor. So let's bring it all together. Use silence to create power. Use real listening to build trust. Use framing to avoid triggering defense. Use your tone to carry more weight than your words. And always protect the other person's ego, even when you disagree. Master these 5 psychological tricks, and you will notice something incredible. People will start listening to you more, respecting you more, agreeing with you more. Not because you are louder, but because you finally understand how the human mind works inside a conversation. If this video gave you value, hit that like button right now. It truly helps this channel grow. Subscribe if you want more psychology lessons like this one, because next time, we go deeper into how confident people think differently from everyone else. I will see you in the next video.